I've got to say, when we see patients taking Fortifeye Focus, I am seeing patients that have reduced subjective symptomology for many conditions, but mostly associated with the computers. I mean, let's face it, we're all living in a digital world these days, and we're all having an accommodative stress factor that's much higher than it was when I grew up. What I'm seeing in clinical practice, when patients take Fortifeye Focus, not only do they seem to have less dry eye symptomology, but they definitely have less eye fatigue. Neck hurts, vision fluctuates, eyes feel sandy, gritty, burn, tear, itch. A lot of these symptoms decrease dramatically and some resolve completely. Hey, I'm Dr. Michael Lange. We want to age as gracefully as possible, don't we? So is there enough evidence out there that proves that certain specific nutrients, ingredients, or supplements can enhance, our skin, our joints, our hair, our nails? And there's a lot of great science that's come out recently with marine collagen tripeptides, rice ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and there's a new supplement called Dermaval. Well, we've taken all four of those and we've combined it in a supplement called Rejuvenate. 3 delicious flavors, chocolate, cherry vanilla, pink lemonade, and then we have it unflavored for those of you that want to just put it in your coffee in the morning. It's worth a try. I endorse it, obviously, 100%. If you don't like it, we'll give you money back. It's as simple as that. So check it out at Fortifeye.com.
Begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual, Dr. Michael Lange of the Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins, here each and every Saturday morning live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, or a nutritionally related topic. So don't be shy. Pick up the phones. Give me a call. I'm not doing a solo in the radio this morning. My co-host, who's been co-hosting this show with me for close to 20 years now, on and off, Roger P. Schulman, who's a pretty famous newscaster and talk radio host here in the Tampa Bay area. Good morning, Roger. Thanks for riding shotgun with me this morning.
Well, good morning, Doctor. It's a nice day in the United States, a great day across the fruited plain, so it's good to be here.
Right, so we're going to open up those phone lines. Remember, this is a live call-in show. I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm a certified nutritional specialist. Also got degrees in psychology and physiological optics. So I've been hosting this show since April of 1993. Word has it is the longest-running live medical talk show, syndicated talk show in the country. You're listening on a variety of Ask the Doctor radio networks. We're coast to coast, and we're live video streaming all over the world via social media, and we're on just about every podcast channel out there as well. So the live call-in number is 877-969-8600. So if you're in California, if you're in Montana, if you're in New York, you can call 877-969-8600. If you want to call regarding your vision, eye care, you want to know the latest in cataract surgery or LASIK surgery, you want to know about the most advanced contact lenses, can you eliminate the need to wear glasses completely with certain procedures? Are there new procedures for macular degeneration and for dry eye? Well, we talk about these, but also I'm a certified nutritional specialist, so we also talk about ways of slowing down biological aging. Last week, the show was all on slowing down biological aging with Dr. Susan Somerton. So We answer those questions. We'll try to answer them to the best of our ability. If we don't know the answers, we'll get back with you. And Roger is also, he's got a host of knowledge in that noggin of his. He's a pretty intelligent man. He's been hosting talk radio. How long have you been in talk radio?
Oh, about 60 something years. Not that long.
Jeez.
I'm just a beginner.
You know, we're going to talk about aging also in a few minutes. We're going to talk about the aging adult and how we can continue to build muscle and be healthy. I mean, Roger, you're knocking on 80 now.
No, I stopped knocking. The door opened recently. I stepped through.
And you work out with me. You're my workout partner a lot of the times. You bike with me.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Roger has improved his ability, his strength ability dramatically since I've known him. Over the last 20 years, Roger has actually gotten stronger in the gym. He's got more endurance. Let me tell you, he can bike all the way across the bay and back with not a problem. He can hang in the gym for an hour, pumping some pretty serious weights. I'm pretty impressed that you're getting better with age, Roger.
Well, not close to you. You are the, for a man in his 60s, you are more powerful than people in their 20s, which is quite amazing. But I try to keep up with you.
Well, it's all about eating the right foods. Remember, God made a pretty good body. As long as we give it the right fuel, that body can excel. And I always preach on the show, do you want to thrive or just survive? And that's what Fortifeye Vitamins is about. That's the vitamin company I developed. For those of you out there that are new to the program, you can go to fortifeye.com and learn more about the nutritional supplements that we're involved in. Our motto is right ingredients, right science, right for you. We're a fully transparent nutrition company. We develop eye vitamins. We develop sports nutrition supplements, beautification supplements, weight management supplements now. So we're in just about every arena of overall health, and we'll expand more of that in a few minutes. But that website is fortifeye.com, Fortifeye, fortifeye.com. And I do want to mention, we're still running the BOGO on the 3 organic blue-green superfoods. So Fortifeye organic blue-green superfoods, if you go to the bundle section, we're still running that one. And that's one of the most advanced organic blue-green superfoods on the market. We don't have any proprietary blends. We tell you exactly what's in it. It's all certified organic. So those of you that are drinking greens, formulas, and superfoods, I urge you to look at our ingredient profile on the Fortifeye Organic Blue Green Superfood. And it's not that expensive when you compare it to the competition. And then when you buy 3, you're getting a dramatic discount. So go to fortifeye.com, go to the bundle section for the Organic Blue Green Superfood, and you see what we got going on. Also, today, before you go to the first call, we are going to be talking a little bit about whey protein, and there's many reasons we're going to talk about whey protein. Whey protein is one of the most biologically available and anabolic proteins on the planet, and it has some amazing abilities to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. It's high in leucine, which is one of the branched chain amino acids responsible for building muscle. It's high in essential amino acids. It's the only protein that I know of, whey protein. It's the only protein powder that I know that actually activates something called mTOR. That's mTOR, that mechanistic target of rapamycin. That's a big word, which helps muscle synthesis at any age. It actually stimulates IGF-1. That's insulin-like growth factor, so it helps build muscle. And also, it may suppress myostatin expression. Myostatin, Roger, is the brake on muscles. As we get older, more myostatin is expressed, and therefore we start to develop sarcopenia as we get older. We start to have muscle wasting. So if there's a way to actually suppress that a little bit and build more muscle, basically. So whey protein is one of the best ways to do that. But most whey proteins are like most vitamins out there. They've been adulterated. They've been polluted. They've been chemically altered. They've been denatured with heat and chemicals.
So they don't work.
Right. Dead protein.
Dead protein, yeah.
And I always say, look for 3 things on the label for whey proteins. Make sure it says grass-fed, all right? Where the protein comes from. So ours is New Zealand. Our Fortifeye Super Protein I'm holding up in front of everybody out there. Fortifeye Super Protein comes in vanilla and chocolate, and it comes from New Zealand. It's grass-fed all year round, and it's non-denatured. So non-denatured means it's not been altered with heat or acid the way most things have been pasteurized till the cows come home, okay? They heat it too high for too long, and then they wash it in acid. So we don't do any of that. And I just want to mention, we just came out and we just released our new, today is the first day you can order it, the new Fortifeye Super Protein vanilla flavor. So we've been experimenting with flavor forever, Roger. You've been in some of the taste tests that we've done, and we want to nail that taste. We want it to be delicious. We want it to taste like a vanilla milkshake, and we've nailed it. It tastes like a vanilla milkshake now. So it's the new one. If you order Fortifeye Super Protein, the vanilla, the new one, because we're out of the other flavor. So we only have the new flavor, and you will get that, and you will love it. If you don't like it, you let me know. We'll give you your money back. It's as simple as that. So we're going to talk about whey protein in detail. You're going to talk about a little bit about whey protein and some studies also, but we're getting ready to take the first call. If you got a question, give us a call at 877-969-8600. You're listening to Ask the Doctor and Roger P. Schulman, 877-969-8600. All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning, Steve. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, there's a popular commercial around, Dr. Drew Pinsky, that doctor. He's a TV doctor,
Okay.
Dr. Drew Pinsky. He's advertising this stuff by the name of Fatty 15. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've seen the commercial, but I haven't dug into the actual mechanisms of action.
Okay, maybe maybe you can research that and let us know next week.
We'll definitely expand on that next week. Let me take some notes right now.
And another thing, I talked to the absolute expert in mineral metabolism. Dr. Leslie, and the University of North Dakota, they do a lot of research on this for farm animals, like zinc, copper, calcium, magnesium, iron, magnesium, all these ratios. And he said that basically the way you think about mineral antagonism is much more complicated. Like you say, you need so many milligrams of copper to zinc. But the thing about it is that if you have, let's say you took 30 milligrams of copper and 30 milligrams of zinc, that's not an equal amount, because since the atomic weight of zinc is far different than the atomic weight of copper, you can't go by the amount of weight. You have to go by for instance, take calcium magnesium. To have an equal amount of calcium magnesium, it's not 500 milligrams and 500 milligrams. It would be 240 to 400, because you have to account for atomic weight. Do you follow what I'm saying about that?
Mm-hmm.
To get an equal amount of atoms to saturate those enzymes. So, and another thing, he said, if you have an animal that eats a lot of fiber, that chelates the zinc far more than it chelates the copper. And so that would change the atomic. And then he said something that totally blew me away. He said, there's no way you can be perfect on these ratios, because every organ in the body has an ideal. For instance, the copper zinc ratio for the eyes is not exactly what it would be for the liver, and it's not exactly what it is. So and he showed me the math. I was on the phone with him. He told me the mathematics of how to figure all these things out. And so it's too much to do this week. Maybe next week I'll call and say how you actually can calculate this, and by enzyme saturation and stuff like that.
Wow.
So
okay. It's getting a little complicated,
really complicated.
but
we're taking notes.
Yes, we're taking diligent notes.
Zinc is a plus 2. Let's say you're doing the zinc copper thing again, that you do. Since zinc is a plus 2 of charge, and copper can either be a plus 2 or a plus 1, that's going to affect the ability of that to get into the enzyme. So maybe copper is more powerful if it's in the plus 2.
Sure.
But if it's in a plus 1, it's going to be less powerful. There's whole many things, and it's really interesting. And I think it would be fun to go into this deeper in a further program.
Right. So the whole idea is, how do we maximize absorption of minerals and vitamins? And And that is a whole show. Absolutely.
It's very complicated, and you literally have to. The mathematics is very difficult to talk on the radio. You really need. This is where we need television. So,
yep. And you know what? We got lit up, is Steve. I appreciate the call, my friend.
God bless you.
All right.
Have a great.
All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor.
Steve the Genius.
I'm Dr. Michael Lange. Give us a call at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Now, Roger, I'm a fairly intelligent man. I have multiple degrees.
Yes, you do.
And I would like you to explain to me in the ride home what in the world Steve was talking about. Okay?
I think feeding farm animals the correct amount for the eyes might not be the correct amount for the stomach. Or that's the basic correct amount of minerals to feed farm animals. And possibly us.
The things that make you go, If you want to see any of the doctors at the Lange Institute, I'm going to give Lange Institute right now. It's in the Villages, Florida. State of the art. Remember, we're opening the Lange Institute in Ocala, Florida. Sometime early next year. We built a bottling plant built in 1937. Fortifeye vitamins from and whole Fortifeye team all under one roof. And 753-401-352-753-2. Also, let me give you the Fortifeye vitamins now. And if you want whey protein, especially the new vanilla super protein, the chocolate is delicious. And we also have an unflavored whey isolate, and we have a vegan protein as well. But the phone number for Fortifeye vitamins is 866-503-9746. 866-503-9746. Or just simply go online, order at fortifeye.com. Remember, when you go to the website, you can look at the science section, and we tell you why. We show you the clinical evidence and the studies behind all of our supplements. Also, we had a pretty interesting breakfast this morning, didn't we, Roger?
We certainly did. A rather healthy breakfast, too.
Yeah, we started with a combination Fortifeye Fit meal. This is Fortifeye's meal replacement, all certified organic, with the Fortifeye Rejuvenate, which is a marine collagen tripeptide, along with hyaluronic acid and rice ceramides and 9 superfoods. So it was chocolate Fortifeye Fit meal, chocolate Rejuvenate.
It was absolutely delicious.
And I know you feel full, but we didn't want to just have that because we fasted all night long. So we need a lot of protein. So that has 25 grams of protein and a couple of grams of protein in the Rejuvenate. So about 27, but then some steak. We had some eggs, and you had one, and I had one small purple potato. It was sauteed a little bit in olive oil. So we got our carbs, and we got plenty of protein this morning.
A lot of protein. And that, for an ancient man like me with sarcopenia, that's a good thing. Muscle wasting.
That's exactly right. Most of us are not getting enough protein. When I quiz my patients at the Lange Institute, what'd you have for breakfast? Most of them say, well, I had a cup of coffee. All right. I didn't have any breakfast. I had a glass of tea.
I
had a bagel, a bowl of sugary cereal, yes. Oatmeal, toast. You know, nobody's having protein. So have some steak, have some chicken, have some fish, have some eggs, bacon, sausage, but get some protein to break that fast. Think they're losing weight. Not, it slows down your metabolism. And when it slows down your metabolism, you lose weight slower. So you have to eat to lose weight, but you eat 3 smaller meals instead of huge meals. And you don't want to take massive amounts of protein all at once. I mean, there's studies out there that show that, I preach getting 1 gram per body weight of protein if you're really actively working out, and at least 80% of your body weight of protein. So some of you that only eat 1 meal, number 1 is slowing your metabolism down, and you're having to get way too much protein at one time. That can be hard on your kidneys. And also some studies indicate it might overly secrete IGF. All right. That's insulin like, IGF-1. And we don't want to overly secrete that because sometimes that may actually cause some premature aging and disease. Remember, Roger, more is not better. So IGF-1, what the heck does that stand for? Insulin-like growth factor. That's it. I knew it would come to insulin-like. Hey, let me just ask you a question. I want to see how good your memory is. Roger, there is one vegetable that is very good for men's prostate and testosterone. And if you've been listening to Ask the Doctor, it's not really, it doesn't look like a vegetable we typically eat. You know, what is it?
It isn't those sprouts, is it?
Yes, it is.
Ah,
What type of sprouts?
Broccoli sprouts?
Bam, you
Yes.
did it. You still got great memory. Broccoli sprouts, much higher in the nutrients that are in broccoli than broccoli itself.
And the funny thing is they don't look like broccoli.
Don't taste like
They don't
broccoli
taste
either.
like broccoli.
They're not delicious. They're really not.
They're okay.
You can put them in your sandwich. You can
Yeah.
mix them with your eggs or your pasta. But men out there, eat some broccoli sprouts. I mean, yearn for it. Learn to like it. It's one of the best things in the world for your prostate and for testosterone. And to take it to the next level, now this doesn't sound real yummy, but I do it about 2-3 times a week. I'll take tomato paste or tomato sauce, a little olive oil, and then I'll throw the greens and the broccoli sprouts at the very end. So make a cup of tomato sauce. That's better than the tomato paste. Tomato paste is just too concentrated. A cup of tomato sauce, saute it on the stove with about a tablespoon of olive oil. It makes it work better. And then add a handful of broccoli sprouts into it when it's hot and just let it cook for about a minute. And then just kind of have that as a soup or a drink. Doesn't sound delicious, but let me tell you, it's very good. A lot of you men out there that have to get up in the middle of the night to urinate, you know what I'm talking about. You got to pee all night long, right? So you don't get sleep. This really does help, okay? You got to do it for about a week, and it helps me dramatically, helps a lot of our patients. Also, curcumin can help with that. So Fortifeye Next Gen Curcumin combined with omega-3, that's the double whammy of lowering inflammation in the entire body. Remember, BPH, benign prostate hypertrophy. It's kind of an inflamed prostate. I'm not a urologist, not giving you urological advice. I'm just giving you some tidbits of information nutritionally. Always see your urologist and your primary care physician and follow their advice. We're getting ready to go to the phones. If you got a question, give us a call, 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. And we're getting ready to talk with Roger again about some new studies that were just released a few months ago on whey protein. But let's go to David in Clearwater. David, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hey, hi. Hi, Roger, Dr. Lange. How's it going?
Fantastic. How you?
I'm good, thank you. Every day is a blessing. Wow. Dr. Lange, yeah, so I just was going to say something, really kind of interesting, I think. I just wanted to thank you. I called a couple weeks ago. I came back from a overseas trip, and I had like my eye was a little funky, and you recommended getting some tea tree wipes and the artificial tears, and I did that, and it cleared right up. So I visited your store too in Clearwater. It was awesome.
Awesome. I'm glad we could help.
I appreciate it. I was going to say, I was going to mention something. I had called. I don't want to talk a long time, but I had called a couple months ago because I have like a pretty bad. I'd say it's a rather bad back I have. I'm 68 years old. So it's this so-called degenerative disc disease that's affecting the 3 or 4 lower vertebrae towards the sacrum. So anyway, you had said, hey, do exercise, and I've been doing that, and what I did was, and I have been doing that. Thank you. So I went to my primary doctor, and I said, can you help me here? Maybe with some ideas for supplementation, we ran a blood panel, and one of the things was the testosterone and estrogen levels. They were total testosterone, total estrogen. So I came back. I went to see him yesterday, and we were just discussing it. And he sort of looks at me and says, "Am I giving you anything for testosterone?" I said, "No." He says, "Wow, this is impressive." I had apparently my total testosterone was about 30 or 40 units above the upper scale, range.
Right.
So he goes, "Wow." He says, "I need to do what you're doing." And this is a guy that is very fit. He's got like muscles and, so I just sort of laughed. My estrogen levels were within the range,
Right.
Total. So they were in the middle. So what I was going to ask you, Dr. Lange, is as I understand my body better metabolically and such, like, do you have a particular, what is your interpretation or general sense of this testosterone for men and this marker? I have to tell you, I've always been, quote, low tone. I've never been like able, maybe when I was a 18-year-old, I got some muscle on me, but all of my friends I remember were like very muscular. I'm like, I always struggled to get any muscle. And when I look at myself now, I have like a belly. I'm not super overweight. I'm about, but I want to get in the 160s. I'm in the mid 170s. I'm in the high 170s now. I have a little bit of a jelly belly, and I tend to work out weekly. Like I follow your advice. I go twice a week with tension bands and lower body stuff and this type of thing. But I don't go to a gym. I don't pound iron.
Right.
I do take protein supplementation in the morning. I get a good stash of protein, probably like 60 grams.
Good.
With a protein shake. And I generally eat 2 meals a day with a dinner of protein and nice veggies and things. So I eat pretty good, Dr. Lange. My thing is that I don't eat like wheat, corn, or soy. I don't.
Good.
I don't eat. I use like flaxseed bread and things of that sort. So I'm kind of a little bit on the gluten-free, but what you would call me is grain-free. I have a grain-free.
You're staying away from a lot of the genetically modified foods, which is very good. And
Thank you.
It's interesting that your testosterone levels are elevated and you're not taking any hormone replacement therapy. That's excellent, because a lot of times the lion's share of men, they go in and their testosterone levels are very low. So what's the doctor say? Let's put you on HRT therapy. Let's put you on testosterone therapy. And a lot of doctors just don't know what they're doing when they put people on testosterone. And then it causes the estrogen levels to go crazy. And what happens is it can really screw up your hormones. And I've seen it happen with my brother, where his testosterone was 1,500 at 60 years of age. And, of course, he thought that was a good thing, but that's not a good thing. And therefore, indirectly now, he's developed a meningioma in his brain. He's had prostate surgery already. He's had atrial fibrillation and ablation. He's had melanoma. He's got chronic fatigue syndrome. And all of that, in my opinion, is related to a 1,500 testosterone for prolonged periods of time. At his age, the body's not capable of handling it. So now he's dropped it down to 600, and it should be 800. It should be lower than that, in my opinion. But you can't tell him anything. So that's a good thing. You don't need to be on that. Obviously, there's things that you're doing in your diet and lifestyle. The best thing in the world is getting off the SAD diet. That's the standard American diet. That's a pro-inflammatory diet, and it just sucks the testosterone out of men. And there's some things that are very good for men's testosterone, like I mentioned just a minute ago. Broccoli sprouts, the pomegranates are amazing. Whey protein, tomato paste, tomato sauce, working out in the gym. I would work out. You don't have to be at the gym, but I would, try to work out a little bit more frequently with weights, resistant exercise 5 days a week. You don't have to do it for long, 15 minutes a day. And I would get some sunshine, because vitamin D is very important also for men's testosterone. And there were some studies years ago that showed and suggested that men that have a little bit of a tan were more prone to have a healthier testosterone level. So is it the vitamin D from the sun? Is it because you're more active and you're out in the sun more? Maybe that's it, but, lay out in the sun a little bit without sunscreen for 20, 30 minutes. Obviously, unless you're an albino on drugs that would cause you to be very hypersensitive. So you're doing something that's right. So keep it up. Keep listening to the show and keep us posted.
Sure. Thanks, doctors. You know, I appreciate. You know what, doctor? I might one of my real quick, like I know that there are other tests to do in the testosterone panel world where you look at free testosterone and then a subclass of estrogen, as I understand it. Do you suggest I go down that path, doctor, to see, hey, what's up with David's testosterone? Where is it going?
Yeah,
Is it free?
I think that's
Is
not a
it
bad
bound?
idea. You need to find somebody that's in tune with men's testosterone testing, because most doctors will admit they're not, and they just run, a total testosterone. And like I said, you
Right.
have to look at other things. You got to look at the female hormones that men have as well.
Yeah.
And you look at
Yeah.
other arenas of that. So find an expert. Just go to the internet and look for an expert in your area. And it's worth going and having a blood panel done just to become a little bit more knowledgeable. But you're already ahead of the game at 67, okay?
Thank you so much, Dr. Lange. Have a great day. Bye.
All right, David. Thanks for the call. All right, Roger, we got somebody on hold. We got a couple of people on hold. We'll get to that in a second, but let's expand quickly on one of these studies that we have on whey protein that's kind of interesting. It's not about building muscle.
No.
It's about something else.
It's the increased presence of heart disease in our country is something that has been targeted. Whey protein supplementation may be an effective intervention for reducing LDL and total cholesterol levels, particularly, they found in this study, in healthy, overweight, or obese adults under the age of 50 years old. Now, that's pretty important. It doesn't mean you should, if you're on medication, just suddenly drop it and not tell your doctor. Maintain what you're doing, but tell your doctor that you're making some changes, and this could actually help. And combined whey protein and collagen supplementation produce superior improvements in muscle mass, lumbar spine maximal strength. It's just an amazing thing. Lumbar spine bone mineral density is affected compared with isolated whey protein, collagen, or a placebo in resistance-trained men. Combined whey protein and collagen supplementation, that's what we're talking about here. The findings support the concept. Whey protein's anabolic effects and collagen's connective tissue and bone-related actions may provide complementary benefits for musculoskeletal adaptation. Now, more studies with longer follow-up and more diverse populations are needed to confirm these, but the initial tests indicate that this is definitely the way to go.
So it's going to help you lose weight. It's going to help your testosterone go up. It's going to help your total cholesterol and help your bad cholesterol. It helps
down,
bone density, all right?
Which is really important as we age.
Absolutely. So whey protein is really something that's amazing. And the whole idea between combining whey protein and collagen protein, now you're helping the muscles and you're helping the scaffolding in the body. So the ligaments, the tendons, the
yes.
joints, all right? Plus the skin, the hair, the nails. So we've done that. We were the first in the industry to take whey protein and collagen protein, both grass-fed, combine that with Pure creatine, the only non-Chinese creatine, MyHMB, beta-alanine anhydrous, L-citrulline, vitamin D, and Elevate ATP. And that's what we call Fit Pro, Fortifeye Fit Pro. It's been huge among athletes, but it's a huge among doctors now prescribing it for people that are on the GLP-1 receptor fat loss drugs. It's also great for the aging population. So not only young 17 to 25-year-old athletes, but we have 75 to 85, 95-year-old athletes using Fortifeye Fit Pro. Remember, when we developed Fit Pro, is based on true science, and this science is continuously emerging, proving that the combination of all these ingredients has a synergy instead of just protein by itself or just creatine by itself. So if you want the ultimate for body rejuvenation, look at Fortifeye Fit Pro. It's all natural and no artificial flavors or artificial sweeteners at all. All right, we're going to the phones. Let's go to Joe in Lakeland. Joe, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Michael Lange and Professor Roger P. Schulman.
Good morning.
The reason for my call is I wanted to thank you for. I'm sorry, I just found out yesterday that I have Bell's palsy. I'm having trouble talking.
Right. Okay.
So please bear with me. I want to thank you for your monologue on July 4th. Concerning the veterans. I really appreciated that.
Outstanding. Yep. We thank all of the veterans
And I
out
also
there for,
wanted,
putting their life in on the line for our freedoms.
also want to thank you for your company and customer service. Every time I call in for an order, it's usually Mary who I talk to.
Right?
And within 5 minutes, I get an email that it's already been a label created for it.
Awesome. I
And
love
my-
positive.
okay.
I love positive impact. I like to hear positive things about my staff.
And also, like I said, I just found out I have Bell's palsy, and there's something going on with my eyes, and I'd like to see you if possible.
Right? So, yeah,
Are
I'm
you gonna
happy to
be
see
at-
you in the
are gonna
Lange
be
Eye
at the
Institute.
Villages on Tuesday?
Anytime. I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, every now and then on a Friday. And with Bell's palsy, as you know, the side of your face is sagging a little bit. Usually it resolves, but during this period of time, there's a little bit of cosmesis that you don't like, and your eyes can dry out significantly. So we want to do some things to help minimize the potential negative side effects. And I've been dealing with patients with Bell's palsy for, well over 30 years. So I get pretty good at it.
So I want to. I'm going to call Monday, to make an appointment for Tuesday. You think you can fit me in?
Absolutely. And when you call, you just tell them you already talked to me on the phone, because if they say, Dr. Lange's booked up for a month out, tell them you already talked to me and I said we were going to squeeze you in whatever time's convenient for you. So, yes, I will definitely see you on Tuesday. Even if I have 10,000 patients, I will still see you.
Okay, Michael Lange, I really, really appreciate you.
Joe, I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday, my friend.
Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctor, Dr. Michael Lange, and my good friend and colleague here, Roger P. Schulman. If you got a question regarding your vision, eye care, and nutritionally related topic, give us a call, 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. I see somebody on Instagram chiming in and saying, Dr. Lange, you talk about macular degeneration quite often, and you tell us some foods to eat and vitamins to take. Could you please briefly go over that? No, I will not. I refuse. I will not do that.
Oh, come on.
Okay, you twisted my hand. So, all right. So listen up. Take some notes here. Eat more dark green leafy vegetables and not raw. Wash them and cook them, okay? Then you'll have no problems. And preferably organic baby leaf kale, not spinach, because spinach is very high in oxalates. If you got to eat spinach, then combine it with some goat cheese. The goat cheese will bind to the oxalates, and you'll poop it out instead of go through your urinary tract. So that's okay. So dark baby leaf organic kale, gently saute it with your eggs or throw it in the water and boil it for a minute. Just don't cook the tar out of it. It's very high in lutein. This is very good for the retina. Orange bell peppers, one of the highest amounts of zeaxanthin that are very good for your retina. Goji berries, very high in zeaxanthin also, which is good for your retina. Wild Alaskan salmon, very high in something called astaxanthin, the most potent antioxidant we know, 5,000 times more of an antioxidant at quenching free radicals than vitamin C. So astaxanthin is not only a great source of protein, omega-3, but astaxanthin. It's the only food that we can eat that has astaxanthin in it. Krill has a little bit, but we're talking micrograms. And then we got blueberries. The flavonoids in blueberries are very important for retinal health and overall health and cognitive ability. And then pistachios, very high in lutein. Now remember, you never eat bananas, apples, avocados, or pears with berries.
Yeah, that's true. I used to have a drink that I loved. It was a strawberry banana drink. And then I learned that wasn't a good idea.
That's right, because it's
After all
got
those years.
polyphenol oxidase. And I used to do blueberries and banana with whey protein. So anytime you cut a fruit or a vegetable and it turns dark within 5-10 minutes, all right, that's got polyphenol oxidase. That's really not bad for you, but it blocks the absorption of flavonoids that are in berries. So just do not eat berries with bananas, avocados, pears, or apples. we have an apple, you have a fruit salad and it has all that in it.
Exactly.
And then from a vitamin standpoint, of course, I'm a little bit biased. I like Fortifeye Next Gen Macular Defense. Fortifeye Next Gen Macular Defense. There really isn't anything like it on the market. I developed it. I've worked on it for 20 years. I've changed it 17 times over the last 20 years. It acts as your multivitamin and eye vitamin. So it is really the same thing as Fortifeye Complete. It's just a different label. So Fortifeye Complete is more people that are younger thinking they'll buy it because it says Fortifeye Complete Nutrition. But Fortifeye Macular Defense and Fortifeye Complete is the exact same nutrient profile. It's just that Macular Defense is 3 a day, Complete is 2 a day. And I see Jennifer Albright on peaches and berries. I like peaches and creams.
That's nice too.
So peaches and berries. I don't know if peaches have a lot of polyphenol oxidase in it. I got to research that, Jen. I really do. So I'm not sure about polyphenol oxidase in peaches. That's one of those, you threw me off a loop. I love peaches. They're very good for you. High in a lot of antioxidants. I don't think when you cut a peach, it doesn't turn dark, does it?
Not that I know.
So I think you could probably eat peaches and berries. Absolutely. Just not apples, pears, avocados, or bananas.
But you can eat a banana alone. You can eat an apple alone. They're great for you.
Absolutely. Fruits are good. And don't be afraid of carbohydrates. All of you guys that are on a carnivore diet, strict carnivore diet, I urge you, eat some freaking carbohydrates, especially after working out. So I've convinced a lot of carnivores to at least have honey after working out, and they feel a lot better. Remember, if you're only eating protein, that's a great way to detoxify. It's a great way to, believe it or not, can help some people with autoimmune because there's a lot of fruits and vegetables that are very bad for inflammation in our bodies. That's why I created the Lange Survival Diet. The Lange Survival Diet, we've taken all of the bad fruits and vegetables that are filled with things like gluten and FODMAPs and protease inhibitors and oxalates and lectins and phytic acid. We've taken all that out. So there's not a whole lot of fruits and vegetables you can eat. But, when you combine the Lange Survival Diet with exercise, sleep, hydration, and a positive mindset, we can, tack on a lot of years to our life and be healthier and live a lot longer. I do want to mention, if you got questions, you better call this week because I think next week we're going to be running a tape, if there's such thing as a tape anymore. We're going to be sponsoring the Fortifeye Fit Fest at the
Florida State Fairgrounds.
Florida State Fairgrounds, that's right. And that's on the 15th and the 16th. That's Saturday and Sunday. I'll personally be there on Sunday. If you want to see me, and we're running some huge discounts, come on out to the Fit Fest at the Florida State Fairgrounds right there in Tampa. Saturday and Sunday, the Fortifeye team will be there. So visit them. I won't be there until Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'll be at the Florida Chiropractic Annual Convention over in Orlando. We're one of the sponsors, the Fortifeye Vitamins. The chiropractors understand nutrition quite well. It's really pretty amazing because they can't prescribe drugs, so they got to help you with proper nutrition. So that's a big event for us, so we're real excited about that. So we'll probably be running a tape next week. So phone lines are open, 877-969-8600. That is 877-969-8600.
We were talking about combining whey protein and collagen, producing superior improvements in muscle mass, lumbar spine, bone and mineral density, maximum strength, a bone turnover profile compared with isolated whey protein. One thing that is needed, they say in this study, resistance training, particularly in men. Getting exercise along with all of that is a key factor in improving your physical health and well-being.
It's extremely important. All of us, a resistance training. Betty Ruth McFadden Lang, my mom, is knocking on 99, and I have her resistance train, almost every day. We do something, whether it's bands, it's light dumbbells. I have her do lower body by just sitting in her chair and turning on a portable vibration plate. The vibration plates really helped her, stand up and sit down a lot better, combined with, she takes the Fortifeye Fit meal, and she also takes it with the Creapure creatine, MyHMB, and vitamin D powder. It's really helped her at 99 years of age. So resistance training is very important. You don't have to go to a gym and work out for hours. We're going to head to the gym today. I think we're going to work out chest today, Roger. And we're going to do flat bench, incline bench, and we're going to do some cable flies and I don't know, maybe decline or a pec deck. So we'll do 4 things for our chest, and then we're going to have like a Fortifeye Fit Pro with some additional whey protein. So resistance training is very, very important. Now, there is some evidence that if you don't want to train, if you take MyHMB combined with creatine and vitamin D, so that would be our Fortifeye Creapure Creatine HMB vitamin D or our Fortifeye Fit Pro. There is some evidence that you can still build strength and muscle without working out when you use something called MyHMB. But when you use HMB combined with resistance training, it's much better. So yes, a little exercise, and you don't have to be in the gym. You can do some push-ups. You can do some pull-ups. You can do some isometrics. You can buy a light dumbbell, and you big macho guys, you don't have to have, 50-pound dumbbells. I mean, believe it or not, you can have a 10-pound dumbbell and just do more reps.
Or if you don't want to even bother with that, take one of those gallon milk jugs, fill it up with water. That's about 8 pounds. Carry that around a little bit, raise it up and down. And people who walk dogs are healthier than people who do not. You have to take the dog out once in a while. And if you go on a nice walk, that covers part of it.
Especially if it's a big dog. Now, if it's a little chihuahua and you're dragging around behind you, that's probably not the same thing. But remember Apollo?
Oh, yes. The great Apollo the dog.
Yes.
Doberman.
Walking him was, he was 120 pounds and he walked you.
Yes.
You didn't walk him. He walked you, and he would get out in front and drag you anywhere he wanted to go. And if he saw another human or another animal, he would attack. So you had to be pretty strong. Nobody else could handle him but me. And my brother could handle him pretty good. All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go to, I think, Jerry in South Ocala. Jerry, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Lange. You were just discussing the spinach and the oxalate. Does the tropical spinaches like Suriname and longevity spinach and other ones have the same oxalate problem?
Well, that's spinach, right?
Yeah, they call them spinach, but they have a different botanical names. They're not in the same class as the one.
Yeah, I would have to research that, but spinach is the highest amount of oxalates of any food known to man. Okay, spinach, almonds, and beets, but spinach is way at the top, even higher than almonds and beets. And Jerry, all you have to do is have one kidney stone, and I gather on to you never want to eat spinach again. Okay,
right? Yeah, that's why I'm checking with you, Dr. Lange, because I didn't want to have a kidney stone.
I had one kidney stone about 6-7 years ago, and let me tell you, I broke my neck, my back, and my right leg in 5 places racing motocross, and that was a lot of pain. The bone was sticking out in 2 parts of my body. But let me tell you, this silly kidney stone hurt more than that.
Yes, it did. For me too, I had it. But so I wanted to check with you, and that's the reason I was growing the tropical spinaches, because of the other ones like Bloomsdale, that you see in the store.
Right.
That's a northern type, and yes, it is high in oxalate, what you say.
Yeah, I would stay with baby leaf organic kale because it's higher in lutein.
Kale?
Higher in lutein. It tastes just like spinach, and it has virtually no oxalates.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that advice, Dr. Lange.
All right, Jerry. Thanks for the call.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we'll be in Ocala soon. In the beginning of the year, hopefully, the new Lange Eye Institute in Ocala. Also, Roger, we got to drink a lot of water and put a little lemon in the water, and that'll help reduce the chance of you getting kidney stones as well. And trying to avoid things like spinach, almonds, and beets, right?
I didn't know beets were that bad.
Beets are very high. And I used to take beets and spinach because there's a lot of dietary nitrates in that, and juice it in a juicer. And I thought I was doing something that was very good for me. And obviously not, because I developed kidney stones that were quite painful. All right, let me give you guys and gals the Fortifeye website. It's Fortifeye, Fortifeye.com, Fortifeye.com, and the Fortifeye phone number, I'll give it to you twice, is 866-503-9939, 9746. That's 866-503-9746. Remember, we're still running the organic blue-green superfood. There's no oxalates in this, so it's good for people that have had kidney stones. Organic blue-green superfood, you can buy one at a time, but there's a bundle price under the bundle section where you're getting a dramatic discount, and you get 3 of these. And remember, the new grass-fed whey protein vanilla flavor is out, and it's much better than the old vanilla flavor. So we're going to go to the nutrition center and try that a little later today. Roger and I, probably after the gym or maybe before the gym. What do you think about that?
Sounds good to me. The gym is nearby, which makes it really convenient.
Right. We're going to go to Planet Fitness today.
Ah, yes. Planet Fitness. Old Kevin runs that here in the Clearwater area. He's a great guy.
He is. He's a nice fella. So remember, if you're not happy with the eye care that you're getting, certainly get a second opinion. We're blessed to have a lot of great optometric physicians, optometrists, and ophthalmologists in Florida. Certainly, you can come to the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. We're available 5 days a week, and we'll be available 6 days a week once we open the Ocala Lange Eye Institute. You can learn more about what we have to offer at drmichaellange.com. So drmichaellange.com, and of course, Fortifeye.com. Roger, we only got 39 seconds, so you're going to tell everybody goodbye.
Yeah, have a great weekend. Get outside, get some sunlight. It's a wonderful time of year. Enjoy the great outdoors, and have a glorious weekend.
Also, I do want to also push the study that Roger mentioned about combining whey protein with collagen protein. This is a new study in 2026. Or consider, the Fortifeye Fit Pro. It has both already in it and a lot more. Fortifeye Fit Pro. With that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lange, helping keep America fit and healthy. See ya.